Hello, my beautiful Aquariuses. Welcome to your reading. This is Amy from Cancerianhouse of Tarot, and I'm so pleased to have you with me. This reading is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. It is a reading that is going to be focused on your spiritual path, your spiritual journey, your spiritual growth, and personal growth. It is not necessarily going to be focused on love and romance, although love and romance can show up within this reading. If you are an Aquarius that is looking for a more detailed love and romance reading, I encourage you to check out any of my past videos on this channel, or of course you are more than welcome to check out another tarot reader and the videos that they are releasing at this time. All right, my beautiful Aquariuses, with that being stated, those of you that are here for your spiritual path and growth and personal growth, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. I went ahead and pulled all the messages and all the cards that needed to come through at this time, and really have had time to meditate on them to bring you the best advice and guidance and situations that need to be heard. Now, I'm going to put in a disclaimer, especially after what we just did in the intro, that this reading for a lot of you is actually going to have to do with love and romance. I'm going to kind of go out of order a little bit and show why I am speaking of that. So we have the Emperor and the Empress coming through with the Tarot, and the Two of Cups. So when I get these three cards, this is really talking about a connection here, a partnership between the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. Now, this is going to be different for all of you, so I caution you in that area, and we'll get more into all of that in just a moment. But I want to put out that disclaimer that this particular reading, for a lot of you, is going to be very much focused in a personal relationship. All right, Aquarius, we're going to jump into now your reading overall, and we're going to start with the first card that came through, and this is going to be from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and we have Mending. Now is time for mending rips, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others, to set yourself free. It's about forgiveness, but in a way that gives you power, Aquarius. And this is about honoring yourself and not giving a blanketed permission to those that hurt you. But this is your way of being able to release what no longer serves you. You have the power to heal this wound by asking yourself, what would love do? And then doing that thing that love would guide you to do. So it's asking you for whatever this situation, whatever this heartbreak, whatever this pain, whatever this rift, whatever this conflict is to heal it by asking and practicing and moving forward in love and kindness and with grace. I'm hearing give the person in yourself grace in this situation. So it's really being authentic, but also being kind. Kindness is where it's going to matter, and is how you're going to move this forward. Accompanying this card from the Wisdom of the Oracle came Observer. And this is what this card comes in when a situation is being called for viewing from different perspectives. So the situation is requiring you to really see things from different sides of it in order to really see all the working parts that go into it. This is also when objectivity is needed for the best outcome. Now is the time to take a step back from your own perspectives, viewed through your own personal lens that has a habit of, casting your own personal beliefs and feelings and experiences into or onto the situation or even person. This is asking you to do some exploring to understand the conditions, people, culture, and environment that you are engaging with now. And only then will you see the whole picture. And only then will you be able to mend and fix and heal the situation. All right, so I hope that gave you guys some clarity. And I do feel like these messages are going to come in pairs or individual for some of you. But for all of you, this is going to be a comprehensive guide through. So next, coming from the Sacred Destiny deck, we have, now is the time to embrace joy and creativity and share it with others. This is coming in from the card Delight. It is a time for you to be spontaneous and have fun. You may find yourself wanting to spend more time or spend time with others, to attend or host parties, to take an impromptu vacation, or do something, you know, that is thrilling and really gets you feeling life, is what I'm hearing. But you are also being cautioned at this time not to make pledges, commitments, or promises, as you may not be able to honor them in the future. Do not sign any legal contracts or documents. Do not make any permanent decisions, is what I'm hearing, because this is a time to take a pause, is what I'm hearing, and for some enjoyment. This is not a time for like seriousness. That's kind of why they're being cautioned, and specifically and related to relationships between this divine masculine and divine feminine. You're really my intuition and my energy is really being pulled to not making any declarations or promises or commitments to this other person that you may not be able to truly honor. Not in this moment. There's something that still needs to come together, I'm hearing. Something that still needs to be fixed. So we have community that came in with Delight. And it's saying now is the time to lean into support from people who love and honor you. For those who support you in all circumstances, all situations, regardless of the conditions, good or bad. I'm being told that you do not have to do it alone, Aquarius. You can do it on your own, but you could do it, and you could definitely make it through it. But it doesn't mean that you should or that you have to. It is really leaning into your community and spending that time with them that is really going to be important. And it's also about asking, who is my community? Where am I most valued and seen for who I am, for my true worth? Who is honoring me and who is not? So they're asking, they're calling you, you know, to that attention and letting you know that your spiritual community is with you. And there is definitely a promise. Again, I'm seeing the rainbow coming in here with promises for a better future. But this is recognizing that you need to know who is in your corner and who is supporting you and who is detracting your light. So that's a very important message for you that comes together with that Delight. All right, so stepping into the psychic tarot deck, we now are getting rest and rejuvenate. Now is the time for a period of rest and non-movement, to heal, to be with your soul, Aquarius, for a period of reflection. View your life, the situation, with clarity and appreciation, and to see where changes can be made to create stronger and healthier foundations for yourself. This will enable you to move forward in confidence and with purpose. I really, really love this, because this is giving me Four of Swords energy, about taking that time out to regroup, to heal, to get a new perspective, to see things clearly, to know and define your purpose, so that when you take action again, you're moving with a purpose and you know what that purpose is. I love, love, love that energy. So Memories of Love is following it, and I gotta say, Six of Cups energy all day long. A lot of water energy. So this is really going to talk about emotions for a lot of you. But memory lane is calling, or something from your past has resurfaced. Loving images or feelings may be present at the surface, but ask yourself, is there a message or a lesson from the past that could help me now in my present life? Balance your emotions and lean into support. So this is letting you know, like, the past does not necessarily equate the future. There's something here that is renewing some ideas, some thoughts, some emotions for you. And it's like, this is why I feel like they're saying, do not make any declarations, do not make any commitments at this time, because this past energy of love and remembrance is bubbling to the surface here. And it can be very powerful emotions that are rising within you. But at the same time, they can be counterproductive to your future, because they may not be rooted in the present, but very much rooted in the past. So past tense feelings that you're feeling very thoroughly at the moment. So the reason why the advice has been not to make a declaration of love, or don't make a declaration of or commitment to your person or your situation, is because you may not be honoring that in its most healthy and truthful way and light, because it may not be rooted in the future or in the present. They realize why they want you to take a look at it from different perspectives, to, you know, to really see things, to judge them, to guide them, to heal, and question whether there is a place in the current energy, in the current time, or in the future for this person or this situation, before making any decisions or any actions on it. All right, and then we have sacrifice. And sacrifice is calling you to look at all aspects of your life outside and inside of you, to see what needs to be released. Have patience, rest, reflect, meditate, look at events with different perspectives, accept the things beyond your control, heal, and leave the past behind. Move towards open doors and new pathways. So, you know, this is definitely Hangman energy. Again, calling for you not to take action, not to do anything until you have completed your review, until you understand all parts of it, until you've looked at all perspectives, you've examined the feelings and the emotions of all parties involved, and know that they're rooted in present times, and that are going to be beneficial for your growth and for your movement here. This is not acting recklessly or impulsively. This is acting with steadfast knowledge, wisdom, and courage. I'm being told. Yeah, definitely going back to that observer energy. They really want you to step out of your own experience, step out of your own perspective, and see things, the landscape for everyone that's involved, and where they're coming from, and their positions, before you really do any action. All right, so we have unrequited love that showed up here when I pulled a romance angel. Now, I pulled romance angels for all of the readings that I have done, and Aquarius, you were the last of the 12 to be done this time. And I have to say that when I set my intentions, when I pulled this card, I pulled it with the intentions of love and romance, but mainly also looking at your relationship with yourself and your relationship with others, and how that applies to you. But what's very interesting, again, because a lot of you, this reading has to do with a love and romance situation. I will bring forth this message, and it is a pretty extensive one. Unrequited love brings in the answer that the person or situation you're inquiring about has many qualities you find endearing, appealing, and inspiring. You both share a deep love for each other that is very much genuine. However, this relationship is much like a cat and mouse game, where one of you or both of you are often retreating or disappearing, only to come back together. I am also getting this sense of like one of you or both of you at different times are clobbering the other one. Like, you put yourself out there, and then wham, something happens. They run, they disappear. This could be you, Aquarius, this could be them, but there is this back and forth where both of you are hurting the others at different times. And that is because and the reason why this is happening, the reason why there's the retreating, there's the disappearing, there's the clobbering, is because both of you sense that there is an element that you can't put your finger on, but that is missing between the two of you. And this comes with the need to acknowledgement that despite the fact that the love, the all-encompassing, very deeply present love that is here in this connection is present and surrounding you, there is something also that is unfulfilling the both of you. And this is where the hard part comes in. So what I'm getting here, Aquarius, for a lot of you, not for all of you, I'm getting that this is where the path kind of splits. For some of you, this is acknowledging that there's just no chemistry. There's just, there's attraction, there is love, but there is no enduring chemistry between you and this person, and that is the missing element. And no matter how hard you try, or how hard you try to force things to work, this missing element will continue to pull the two of you apart. So it's kind of recognizing that and knowing and acknowledging it and releasing the hold you have on each other, so that each of you can find, richly deserving love that's fulfilling, and opportunities and partners that are going to come in, and where all the elements are present. And you can honor each other right in this moment by releasing your hold on each other. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, on the other end where because I said this is where the path splits, okay? There isn't a missing element between you and this other person, but it is not chemistry. There's plenty of chemistry, there's plenty of attraction, there's plenty of love here. But I'm getting there's a fundamental belief system difference between the two of you, or there's a fundamental life difference between the two of you. And each time that you try to come together, that is what gets in the way. And this is why Spirit's putting the pause on you, Aquarius, and asking you to take a step back, to see things from all perspectives here, to take a moment to remember joy and love, and seek out your community, because not everybody surrounding you is guiding you in the right direction. Not everybody surrounding you, and this could be your life or the life, apply it which way it is, or it could be both of you. You have people in your community that are not your community. They're not there to support you. They're there to detract from you, for each of you, and they're leading you in wrong paths and in wrong decisions. And this is causing this fundamental misalignment, and that is what is happening most of all, is a misalignment here. So when this message is coming forward, it's telling you to take a pause, to see things, to evaluate them, to know them, to mend and fix them first within you, so that you can help further this along in your connection. You cannot come together, you cannot make a direction, you cannot make a commitment until you find and identify where this misalignment truly is. Recognize your part, and then recognize their part, and find the healthy compromise in between. All right, so we have already covered what tarot cards are present. We have the feminine, we have the masculine, again we have the Two of Cups. And I'm really not going to go into their meanings, because all of you know what those meanings are. This is a masculine, divine feminine that has come together and has been together in partnership and companionship at some point in time. What I'm going to go ahead and do is move to your last message, Aquarius, which comes in with friendship. It is from the Oracle of the Fairies, and it says, fairies and humans alike need friends. Now it's time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey and to fulfill your dreams. So if that isn't even more of a confirmation of everything that we have discussed to this point, I don't know what is. But I will also add, Aquarius, for those of you that have to make the hard decision of releasing, there is the possibility of friendship between you and this partner. That could be one of your most awarding and gratifying friendships of all time. Just because the love may not work between the two of you doesn't mean that a friendship cannot. All right, guys, that is all I have for you at this time. Please drop me a message down below. Let me know how this reading resonated with you. Like, share, and definitely subscribe if you have not yet. We would love to have you part of the Cancerian soul family. For my Aquariuses that have stuck through the thick, the thin, the long pauses, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for staying loyal and true. I am so grateful for you. Words defy me. I will see each and every one of my Aquariuses in your next reading. Much love, blessings, and light being sent to you always. Namaste. Bye for now.